Yes, it was a trick, Ellie. Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys had a good weekend. It was pretty hot here in Arizona. Reminded me what Arizona was like. I forgot what Arizona was like. Oh, and there's the market. All right, market's open. What's happening? All right, INMD up 4%. Restoration Hardware 2.8. This has kind of been on our list here lately. Restoration Hardware did kind of take off later in the day. I did grab an options position in that one, so we'll see how that goes. Market having a good day, kind of breaching our little consolidation levels here in the Nasdaq. So yesterday barely poked our head up. Volume has been lower generally, which I'm not super happy with, but it is what it is. And so you can see a little gappy gap on the Qs there. We'll see how it ends up. Remember, I said volume was low. Went to the Qs here. Look at the green volume here. Very, very minimal. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about big rallies at this stage of the game, but I think it's doing okay. Um, it's doing fine. Could pull back a little bit still. Still not quite sure about roaring into new highs at this particular moment in time. In other words, I don't know if this particular trend line is going to stay intact and we're just literally going to V out of this. It would be interesting if that happened, but I don't know. We'll see. Morning, Mohammed. All right, so actionable is so far this morning quite a few green, very little red, and the red that's red is not red by much. Soxol 3.5%. That's not Soxol. That is Soxol. Okay, so Soxol doing pretty good here too. What's Dorm? Morning, Rob. How was everybody's weekend? I said I hope you had a good weekend, but now I'm going to make you typey type. How was your weekend? My kids had like probably 8 hours of pool time over the weekend. His scheduled time is an alarm clock. Well, I basically create the stock streams right before I do them, and I got up a little early this morning, and it said 6:20, and I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay. Half the time they say 7, and I'm here at 6:30. So Nasdaq's already selling off a little bit, 0.9%. Nothing too bad. Amarin. I'm not sure why I'm stuck on Amarin. Hertz Rent-A-Car. You demoed your master closet and was rebuilding it. Cool. Yeah, I need to do so. I got a lot of projects here I need to do. Beyond Meat mentioned these guys getting above the trend line so far, still staying above. New deal with Starbucks. Likely, people are actually looking at their stuff because there's no more meat. So maybe that'll be the thing for Beyond Meat to get going. The market cap still got to be stupid though. So Finviz up here. How's oil doing? Speaking of Finviz. Oh, only down 28% today. That's not bad. It's not bad for oil. Holy bejesus. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Oil is getting destroyed here. This is so weird. I mean, this stock market up, oil in the dirt doesn't seem normal to me. Just just doesn't seem normal to me. That's a weird one. Let's take a look at Beyond Meat market cap. And then Amazon, because Ellie's liking Amazon over there. Still with a 6 billion market cap, forward PE of 178, sales of only 300 million. That is how many maths is that? Away from 6 billion is 300 million. It's like 20 maths. That's 20 maths away. That's crazy. Market cap is 20 times sales. Don't know if I've ever seen that before. Price to sales right there, 20. Ooh, look at that. Nailed it on the head. BA keeps falling. All right, let's take a look. Ellie was talking about Amazon. Looks better. Amazon today breaking that little trend line, breaking the consolidation we were discussing. We'll see how that does today. It's early in the day. NASDAQ just pulled down a little more into 0.75. What was that one? Oh, Tesla. Yeah, Tesla up 3%. Nothing too bad. Good volume this morning. Look at that. On my 5-minute chart here, that's tremendous volume. So far, so good. Well, it's been so far, so good for Tesla. Really, Tesla with like 4 days that has a majority of the gains there. So, yeah, very interesting. You don't have a lot of opportunities to enter. Well, I guess you have a lot of opportunities to enter, but if you're looking for that exact breakout point, you have very few opportunities to enter. Especially for something like Tesla. So INMD, Beyond Meat are sitting at the top of our charts here today. Restoration Hardware getting a little froggy, 4%. All right. Look at that. Give me that, Dad. Restoration Hardware, give me that. Square 1.2. Playing hide and seek. Square's playing hide and seek with me this morning. BA keeps falling. Yeah, let's look at that. Oh, leg lower. Not bueno. Let's see how it handles it. Could be a buying opportunity. I don't know what the hell's going on with Boeing. You would think after the 737 MAX they would have dove into the dirt, but no, they stay up for 2 years. And then coronavirus comes, and then they just dive into the dirt. Not that coronavirus isn't a thing that they shouldn't dive into the dirt for, but still. Although I guess if all your customers are going bankrupt, that's probably not a good thing. Who would have thought that in their trading plan? All right, what do I do if all their customers go bankrupt? What do I do? Buy more? So, I don't know. Maybe we'll get stupid low prices in Boeing. Stupid low prices. This is already pretty stupid. When you're talking your median price for the past 2 years has been $350. We're down here at $125. That's pretty spectacular. Pretty spectacular drop. And Soxel. Look at that. Tesla, RH, and Soxel. Three of our kind of stocks that hopefully people are in. The question is, can you buy 51%? Pretty soon, Ellie. Pretty soon, you and I together will be able to buy 51% of Boeing. And it'll be spectacular. I'm going to walk in. I am now an engineer. Like, oh, God, not again. This is how physics works. You must do as I say. Rob, you want in on this? We're going to buy 51% of Boeing. It's going to be great. Well, Rob, go back to Bowen here. Back in Rona time. I swear you're not from the Ukraine, Ellie. Some of your sense of humor. I don't know. You got it 99? Well, damn. I didn't know you got it 99. How the hell did you do that? Dude, that's some pro level fucking investing right there. I gotta be honest with you. Why don't you do more of that and then quit talking about penny stocks? Yeah, this penny stock Boeing. Yeah. Now they make flying cars. There you go, Ellie. So we'll do that. We'll put Tesla out of business because we're going to buy Boeing and make flying cars. Done and done. Sounds like a good thing to do. Nasdaq falling a little further, 0.7%, taking the gap up over the morning. Uh, I guess, Rob. I guess. Well, whatever you get rich at, just keep getting rich off that, and then, yeah. Penny stocks are pretty cool if you really love roller coasters and juggling chainsaws at the same time. All right, a little bit more reds crept in here. Not, I can't say super unexpected. Our red was very minimal to start with. So probably a gap and crap type of a day. Ooh, 0.82 for the NASDAQ, bouncing up a little bit. Netflix, eventually. Not too bad in this triangle. So far, not too bad. A little bit too much distribution, but so far we've held some lows. Not bad, though. SLV down here, GLD down here. What's GLD up to? GLD at highs. Okay. Good manageable volume up here. It's been pretty. I mean, look at that volatility in gold. That's quite amazing. I gotta say that, unless that was just liquidity raising with the rest of the traditional markets and even cryptocurrencies, but that's pretty interesting right there. Gold all the way up. Take Two Interactive looks like a stalling day today. Kind of similar to that big red day right there. Large reversal already. Maybe a good time to short Take Two Interactive. You got a pretty tight stop loss there. Could be an interesting opportunity. I don't know. Not a big fan of. Oh no, shorting could work. 0.67 for the Nasdaq. Just came down a little bit. There's a trading opportunity. You know, just know your risk. Your risk here is about 3%. Or 2.3%. That's $3 or so. Please don't short this market. No, I'm just looking at Take Two Interactive. I'm like, oh, look at this last one. This last toppy top over here. So far, we're looking eerily similar to that. I'm not shorting the NASDAQ. Still got my long position. I haven't shorted anything, actually. The last short I took got stopped out, and that was it. I haven't shorted since. A little hedge day here. You sold GLD Friday. That's always a good feeling. You're like, oh crap, I should sell that. You're like, oh, I already did. Yes. Spice, SPCE. That's space, not spice. Ooh, are we getting any bouncy off the trend line? Looks like we got a little bit of bouncy. And we're coming back to the trend line. We're still above it. Could be an interesting entry opportunity if you do see some bottoming action in this area. If you have a higher low here, which is pretty easy to do, you've still got about, looks like 40, 50 cents, 60 cents to go. If you see some bottoming action in space, you could find yourself with an interesting position really close to these lows here. Yeah, Spice Girls stock about I don't know, 20 years, 25 years too late, however old I was back then. Actually, when Ellie came running up to my house, he was bumping the Spice Girls. He didn't think I could hear it because his doors were closed, but I can hear it. All right, already bouncing from 16.6 to 16.8. So space with maybe like I said, kind of an interesting opportunity down here. Your risk being, wow, that's still 5%. Unless he did a cover song, I distinctly heard "If You Wanna Be My Lover." Specifically heard that. Dude, the Thong Song is awesome, Rob. Are you kidding me? Thong Song is a classic. He does kind of sound like a girl. All right, I'll give it to you. Dude, the Thong Song was great. It's it's interesting because it's kind of like up tempo, but he's kind of like creepy in it a little bit. Anyway, good song. Very elevated volume on that bottoming candle for space right here. So, like I said, there's potential there for a reversal in this area. We're still above in the trend line and stuff. You got one trend line there, one trend line there. Maybe I'll do the same. Nvidia broke up, and that's why Soxel's running. Oh, Schnapson's trying to go. Talk about a V-shaped recovery. There's your V-shaped recovery. Yep, not bad for Nvidia. Well, since you're such a big shareholder, why don't you have them come figure out my stupid graphics cards issue? All my pic Here, I'll show you my issue. All my pictures look horribly. I'm not sure what's the word for it, but like you see this dude's face. They just look eerily flat. What if I just Google face if I'll have an image? Yeah, see how everything's kind of, it's not clear like a picture. It's kind of splotchy and digital. That's not the face I want to look at when I see face. Nor that one. It's definitely this one, though. It's definitely this one. Anyway, I don't know what the hell's going on, but there's like no gradients to anything. It's almost like I have 7 colors. Ugh. Don't Google face. You're not going to have a good day. Anyway, I got issues with my graphics cards. Kind of annoying. All right, NASDAQ doing good. 0.75. Not too bad. Regeneron, Ring, SIVB. You were doing good for a while. Not anymore. Not doing very good at all. Let's take some stuff off the actionable list. Let's take Ring off. Or I'm sorry, SIVB. Ring. Not taking that off. That's looking really good. Kiwi does not look good. Regeneron looks really good, actually. Already breaking out from very long-term, not long-term stuff. Yeah, there you go, Rob. Between the keyboard and the chair. What's between the keyboard? My microphone? I think my microphone. It can't be my microphone's fault. No, I don't think that's right. 6% for Tesla today. Still going, son. Wow, there's your pullback. Undercut the base by like $7. And then now we're up. Look at the volume this morning in Tesla. My goodness. Did they announce their battery day or something? Chinese EV startup stole its autopilot source code. Are you serious? What? No way. No frickin' way. And IO's gonna be the hot ticket. They're gonna get. I have a feeling they're gonna have autopilot very soon. He's well, yeah, I downloaded the source code, but I deleted it. What's Xpeng? And why are they even? Probably. My question is, how the hell? So this says he airdropped it to himself. How do you airdrop source code? It's just I guess it's just on a Mac, it's just sitting on a Mac. You just airdrop it to your phone. I guess that could be a thing. Just seems a little strange to me. That shit should be on lockdown. Well, I don't know, lockdown to the point where one engineer can't download the whole freaking source code. But I don't know. Someone's got to be looking at the whole thing. Anyway, Tesla's up on news that someone stole their highly proprietary and very unique source code. Texas still in running for new U.S. Gigafactory site. Bring it to Arizona, damn it. Ooh, GM suspends dividends and share buybacks to preserve cash. What's that doing in GM here today? Guess who said, screw it, we're going to go to Tesla. Love it. Oh, thanks, Rob. Thanks, guys. It's great. Buy their stock. NIO. So you think if NIO stole their source code, that their stock would be up at like $14 right now from 3. Ellie, you're not doing your job, dude. You're not doing the slow clap. Rob's over there participating. I was actually wondering if the chat would be filled with the word clap. I guess you have your answer. NASDAQ 1%. All right, going back up. GNC 17% today. What's going on with the GNC? GNC reminded people they exist. So everyone buy. Tang investigates GNC Board of Directors mentioned possible fraud and breach of fiduciary duty and proposes to sell the company. Maybe that's why they're doing that. Soxel 6% here today. Loving it. I'm loving it. That should be like a thing of mine. I should just take McDonald's tagline. Think they'll sue me? Maybe I shouldn't use that. I'm going to get sued by McDonald's. Oh, yeah. That's a company you want suing you personally. I'm not going to dignify that with a response, Rob. AMD looking great right here. Beyond Meat fell off of their perch a little bit. Ooh, the official McDonald's voice? Dude, that would pay so much money. That Verizon guy that kind of got fired, then switched over to, was it Sprint or T-Mobile or one of those? That dude's got to be making bank. How much? Let's see how much the Verizon guy makes. Even though he's no longer the Verizon guy. $2 to $3 million a year. There you go. There you go. One to 1,000 risk reward on CHK. How much did the Verizon guy make working for Sprint? They paid him $6,000 per ad. That is cheap. That's not $2 million a year. Wow, that was like 4 years ago he joined Sprint. That's crazy. Wow, good for him. Sometimes you luck into stuff. I gotta argue, probably in Hollywood, it's a lot more luck than it is anything else. All right, let's see what's up big today. REITs or oil names? Which one? Medical, appliance, biotech, never mind. Biotech, chemicals, gaming, INSE, inspired entertainment, not familiar with them. Adavel Pharmaceutical, Nordic American Tankers. Oh, yeah. This is because freaking oil. Yeah, some people use Sprint when they can't afford Verizon. Basically how it works. Paramount Gold Nevada Corporation. Wow, they're on a run. T-Mobile and Sprint are the same company now, I think. I think they merged. Sprint joining T-Mobile family. I think this was, yeah, this merger was in the works for a while, and it's like it's going to be a big third competitor to AT&T, is what they say. Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I say if you can't afford Verizon, because Verizon and AT&T are really the only two viable options. Maybe this third entity will be able to do something. But I tried Sprint freaking long time ago, and then went back to Verizon. Just never looked back because why? Microsoft. Buy Microsoft. Not in a bad spot. Use Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. Yeah, I could probably get away with something like that. I don't leave my house much anymore. Yeah, tell me about it. Those damn telemarketers, man. They're good at calling you consistently. I wish I could put myself on a list that says, I'm smarter than you, and then they don't call me anymore. Damn, Tesla, 9%? Thought that same... Holy bejesus. Tesla, 9%. Never got your... Whatever you want, whatever pullback you want with Tesla, it seems to not quite get there. I can't argue much against that, Ellie, really, seriously. I wish I would have gone all in at 400. That'd have been great. The volume up here is crazy on the intraday chart. That is a lot of volume on Tesla. Okta not doing too bad, 2%, not as good as Tesla, but Okta, that's a new high for Okta. We were looking at that in that very, very small consolidation. Looks like yesterday ended up, look at that, coming back to close. Close at a new high for Okta, and then just keeps going into new highs. And this is likely to be the trend for the foreseeable future here. What do you mean 2.1 stocks? Is there a sad clap? I'm not sure if there's a sad clap. RH 4.3. All right, holding pretty good right there. Man, Tesla killing it today. INMD. Soxel doing good. Checking my RH trade that I got. Looks like plays back up a little bit. RH is doing pretty good. So this RH trade is right now is essentially just for this measured move. It's right there, getting up to that 200-day moving average. Look how flat that's been. That is weirdly flat. Okay, it's a little bit not as flat right now. New Jersey attorney organizes advocacy group for GNC shareholders want sale of company. That's interesting. That is interesting. New Jersey attorney to sell GNC, huh? That seems very strange, actually. Cool, that Soxel trade is working out. Well, they're always looking for those people, Rob. And unfortunately, there's quite a few out there like that. Either I think a lot of those people don't start out to defraud, but what ends up is, I don't know, maybe they get pressured into doing something stupid by the board, or maybe just of their own, maybe just on their own, and then you just can't go back once you do something stupid like that. You never know. Maybe LK's, CFO just said, you know what, screw it. I need to sell some stock, so I'm going to go ahead and fraudulentize everything. You never know. But likely, I'm of the opinion that most people are generally pretty decent people. Don't start out doing the wrong thing, just for whatever reason, start down a path that is hard to correct from. NVIDIA. Bam, there you go. Nice little update today. Volume heavy today on NVIDIA. Yeah, Nasdaq's going to keep going, y'all. I don't know about excited. Lots of clapping in here today. Lots of clapping in here today. It's getting a little noisy, everyone. I'm going to have to put on my earplugs. Uh-oh, Justin's clapping. It's spreading, Ellie. It's spreading. Does this mean I'm like some retarded kid in a football game who just scored a touchdown or something? I'm trying to figure out a scenario where I deserve a slow clap. Like, what did I do other than just being a weirdo? Domino's Pizza. Okay, so it did have a breakout day, which volume was good, but not great. And then looks like a little bit of a bobble on earnings. Nothing crazy though. Been able to go sideways here for the past couple of days so far. So not too bad for Domino's Pizza, who sits in right here towards all-time highs, 370. Actually, these were my two trading plans for Domino's Pizza back here before we had all this garbage. And look at that, already working out spectacularly. Who knows? I should have kept Domino's Pizza through the coronavirus pandemic. uh, you never know. Let's take a look at space. Yeah, I mentioned that little pullback buy, and the last time we talked 16.8. Now we're at 17.4. Yeah, I'm definitely still not mad at this in this area. Right underneath our trend line. This could be the reversal for space. Let's see if there's any kind of way to play this. There you go. Finally favorited that, Ellie. Kept having to type it. Man. Don't start with that, Rob. Don't forget to tip your waitress. Ellie, go get the tips. Solid 1% there for the Nasdaq. It's been up there for a little bit now. Hopefully it will hold. We shall see. We shall see. Ring on a pullback is interesting. This thing sitting at highs for past many years now, actually. Going all the way back here to 2013. So that's interesting. A lot of good pocket pivots in here. Pullback could be a nice buying opportunity, especially here. You're really close to that prior low, so you could have a super tight stop loss on something like that. Even just to get back to 29, could be an interesting little trade. Actually, let's see what that looks like. Which one is this? Let's check out Ring first. I just want to see what that looks like. I've always been interested in these little pop trades. Wow, the volatility doesn't even volatility won't even let you make a dime. Look at that, negative all the way around through 29. Okay, well, screw that. What were we looking at before? We were looking at I already forgot what I was gonna do. Darn it. Shoot. Well, how's Cloudflare doing today? Not in a bad spot. Okay, so I do recent, but yet you don't show me what I did recently. I don't think I was looking at any of these. Completely forgot what I was going to look at. I feel like an idiot. 20% for GNC, though. Was it Okta? No. Wasn't Okta. Wasn't Tesla. I just have the stock in that one. Soxol. Oh, INMD with a nice little bull flag here. Wait for the breakout on that one. That could try to come back. Ooh, Polaris. Apparently people are buying snowmobiles right now. Oh, MJ curling up. There's a general curl in MJ. We talked about this one being very flat. Looks like Friday it got not flat, and then it's just been slowly curling up ever since into what is right now maybe the middle of an upward move. So MJ, potentially interesting, maybe breaking a very long-standing trend line, going all the way back to a year. And Pay's also in a consolidation here as well, trying to break out of that. Net's not net has kind of been stuck in this range here. We're towards the lower part of the range, so that could be an interesting play. Atlassian, all-time high. Boom. Let's see if the breakout holds. Not a lot of volume this morning, so kind of difficult to jump into that one. Carvana AMD snap. Well, Starbucks coming back pretty good. AVGO breaking a range right here. Ever so slightly. Man, transports are destroyed. I think Monkeytron mentioned yesterday, why isn't Warren Buffett buying in this environment? And I don't have a good answer to that. You think he'd been jumping in. Maybe he just didn't have enough time to do his due diligence, but he's usually doing it all the time. No, he's not a. He generally scoops. He takes big scoops. Oh, LK opened. Or did it? Oh no, it's still down there at $4. It's a bargain. Procter and Gamble right back up to 125 and sold off again. HEI rolling over. Rob's got jokes today. I can't do big scoops anymore. My stomach won't let me. One downfall, one of many downfalls to getting old. All right, let's check out our stocks list, which today looks like a pretty good list. Marriott, Amazon, UAL. Looking at some of these Corona names. Planet Fitness starting to move up. That's good. Gyms are going to open. Play yesterday with 5-day pocket pivot. Nothing past that, but holding very well. Win. All right, Win making a move up here. That could be interesting. That looks like a cup and handle straight up off the bottom, and that actually looks pretty good right now. Zoom, when should you get out? Woo! Holy topping candle, Batman. That looks like a topping candle. I guess. I don't know where you got in, Ellie, but that is a massive distribution candle. Yeah, a little bit scary. I think everyone's kind of seeing the end of this coronavirus. I haven't even honestly, I haven't heard anything about it in several days. It's not because it's because I don't listen to anything or watch anything. That's pretty much why. Yeah, I don't know. I would probably start taking some stuff off the table and find yourself a good place to exit. In other words, maybe under this 155. If you want to take profits on the way up here, yeah. I don't know. See, it's hard to say it's completely topped out. Zoom is probably one of the biggest winners out of this whole thing generally. So it's hard to say it's going to cave into the dirt after this. Because I mean, imagine how much brand exposure Zoom got. In no way, shape, or form could they have ever bought that. In no way, shape, or form. So, I don't know. It could be a decent longest term hold. From a trading perspective, though, Friday would have been probably the exit day on that. Because I think what did happen on that? Oh, Facebook launches its answer to Zoom. Oh, so Facebook trying to kill Zoom now. Hold on a sec. Well, just pick a point in the chart. Um, pick a point of resistance. I mean, we already have a support resistance line here at this breakout level at about the 155. So that probably would be a good last stand. If you want to kill it at 161, I'm not too mad at it. Of course they are. Of course they are. I'm surprised they didn't already have it. Yeah, Zoom does have a pretty big market share. Is that what Google said? Is the problem with Zoom? When all in on Chrome OS, they did? So were they trying to take Microsoft out? That seems pretty dumb. I mean, I actually think something like that could work. It just I don't know. I think big companies just aren't plugged in. Go to meetings too complicated. And it's not even that complicated, but I think people view it as too complicated. I mean, Chrome with, Google with their Hangouts. I mean, I like the Hangouts platform. They probably could have done something a little more with that. Instead, they killed it and went with Meet, which is, I don't know. I don't get what some of these big companies are doing, like rebranding it. Like, how many people were using Hangouts? A lot of people were using Hangouts. Then they go to kill it and give you a new tool that does the same thing. It's like, why? Why even go through that process? Technical debt? Figure a way around that. I don't know. When you got like tens of thousands of engineers, I can't. I don't know. I guess I don't project manage that scale, so I don't know. Yeah, well, those guys design their own chips, if I'm not mistaken, in their cloud data centers. So if they were smart, they would just design a chip to kind of take it, you know. Oh, you mean locally? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Gotcha. Okay, I see what you're saying. You mean locally. Yeah, you mean locally. That's cool. LVS a big. Oh, maybe it was Win. Oh, it was Win. Win was the stock I was going to look at. Man, you guys are useless. All right, it's already up a little bit, 7%. LVS. Yeah, that's true. Everyone does cheap out on RAM. What do they do? Micro packet size then? Is that kind of what they do? Yeah, right, Rob? I'm the epitome of squirrel. All right, let's go to Win. Let's kind of check out. Man, you guys are very supportive today. I really appreciate it. All right, let's do something I don't do, and actually, kind of a measured move off of that would probably be a good thing. Maybe get us up there towards that 112. So 20% from here would be to 95. And that would probably be the closest I would even think to doing for Wynn Casinos out at 95. And that's for the 20, is that the 20% target? Yeah, that's the 20% target. If you go up to 112, which obviously will take longer to happen. All right, that's cool, Ellie. Well, you know, exiting a profit, not too bad. Can't argue with that one. Go buy more Tesla. 9.68%, second on our leaderboard today, on our actionable list. Volume already half of Friday's volume, so huge volume day for Tesla. Yeah, it seems pretty extended up here, but I don't know, man. Maybe it's just likely to continue. The way that run happened, all the way up to 1,000 from freaking $250. Crazy. Yeah, I'm not heavy enough. I didn't take a big enough position. I took one position in it. I didn't go like half of my account. I should have done like half of my account. It's just gorgeous. They're just eating it. Eating it alive. Your half of your account? Yeah. Yeah, good decision there. That's a good one. I'm doing fine. My other ones are doing good. So I mean, I'm not mad at it, but they need to play catch up to the percentage gain in terms of that one. Well, I think it depends on your time horizon too. I mean, hey, you know what? It is the kids haven't even fucking touched that thing in like 3 weeks. I knew the second I built it, they wouldn't touch it, and that's exactly what's happened. I think I go in the treehouse every once in a while just to make sure that, you know, a bum isn't sleeping up there. LVS. Yeah, it's hard to... That MJ's looking pretty decent. '90s. We're 100, son. We're 100 degrees. Actually, it is going to dip back down into the 90s the latter part of this week, I believe. All right, space. Oh, this is another one I was going to look at was space. Damn it. Too much squirrel. I've got to somehow unsquirrel myself. See, earlier in the day, that was a great buying opportunity. Just say get back to 21. See, it's already up too high. Yeah, 20%. Stupid. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Now we're closer to where we're supposed to be. You could already probably get there in 11 days, 18 days. I don't know about 4 days, though. Could be 4 days, but that's going to be a bit of a stretch. But it's going for it right now. It's extending out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, I could take 51% out of it there. Now it's 49. And you're looking at basically 20%. So Yeah, it's a lot of risk. That's a lot of risk on the table right there. I don't know, maybe easier to sell puts. I should look into that. But you're not going to make that much money selling puts. Look at the volume this morning. Very, very good. This is the day to buy this if you're going to buy this. Maybe I'll buy it. I may just buy the stock, though. The options are pretty, pretty not very good. Wake up, laptop. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, not much interesting here either. Market 0.94%, so not doing too bad. Not doing too bad here at all. How's CCL doing today? All right, 5%. Not a leg lower like some of the other ones are starting to have. We're starting to see some of those dive lower. Like you mentioned, Boeing earlier, Rob, was moving lower. Good volume this morning so far in CCL. Looks like could be some topping action. Let's dive in. Oh, that's a good volume in a good spot. So hopefully we'll just find support in this area. That could be good. Cool. Man, Carnival Cruise Lines is way down here. Holy crap. This thing's at least getting back to 30. What's Carnival Cruise look like getting back to 30? Now that some volatility's waned away, maybe it's likely to Hey, Ellie, quick development question for you. I noticed that because I'm in Firefox mostly now, a lot of my background colors are not non-existent. They don't even show up. Have you seen that with Firefox where for some reason a background color renders on Chrome but doesn't render on Firefox? It just seems odd. I haven't troubleshot it, just popped in my head, thought I'd ask you. So that means it's just not going to work. Of course, they have to run their own rendering engine. Not even quite sure what that means. Okay, so just to get to 30 for CCL, which is pretty good. $341's not too bad, but you're looking at from 12 to 30, so that's 130, 140%. All right, cool. Hey, what do they ask you in a Google interview, by the way? Do they ask you anything crazy? Or was it just a feel you out type of a thing? Yeah, it's probably a different CSS attribute. Apparently background color isn't background color. So taking this thing to January, that's pretty good. You're over double what your actual performance would be on CCL. Just got to make sure you manage your risk if you're willing to entertain a trade such as this. Oh, I put my play on there. So we got 25 at 150. So yeah, see the cost basis has gone down. You've derped halfway through it. What does that mean? You made a mistake or fumbled on system design stuff? Well, of course the issue's you. You just don't want the issue to be you in an interview. You should have talked about trading the entire time. Just keep it 100, Ellie. Just keep it 100. Just talk about trading. Did you walk in and say MongoDB sucks, MySQL rules? They're like, you're hired. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I know. I'm not even sure. I know they use well, I don't know what they use. I haven't looked at them in a while. They those guys got their own solutions, you know. When you're building at that size, that's the biggest data in the world. Period. You know, you can't use an off-the-shelf solution. Pretty cool just to see what they use. All right, RH 4.48, Tesla almost 10. Evercore Partners. All right, looks like a declining triangle here. This is a quality company right here, by the way. Looks like earnings didn't scare them too much. Same general trend. Really makes you useless. I never thought about it from that perspective. But yeah, I could see it's like being a Rolls-Royce tech. It's probably hard to go work at Honda. So this channel here is not a bad channel. May be able to take a measured move off of that. I'm not sure if it's going to be as aggressive, but and that takes you right to the breakdown point, doesn't it? That's an interesting one. Oh, ring's starting to curl back up. Oh, that's awesome. You should put it on a spreadsheet and then print it out for her and then just have breakfast, and you should make her breakfast in bed and put a little heart-shaped thing with your spreadsheet about how much you could have made. She's like, you're such a dick. Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. That is so good. Here, honey. Here, honey, have this. Oh, bacon and eggs for breakfast. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Let's do, oh yeah, there we go. Let's do eggs for breakfast. There you go. And then, oh, it's such a heart. Oh, is this a sweet note? Is this? Oh no, it's not. Okay, looks like I missed out on Tesla profits. Oh gosh, that's great. Print the chart on a cake. I should do it with my wife too. We both should. How to? Let's start a website. How to hold something over your spouse's head. That's so good. That is hilarious. By the way, that is the funniest thing. I really like the breakfast in bed idea. Because you go in there super sweet, they're all niceyed up, and then in the end it's a big old fuck you. It's fantastic. I like the cake idea. It has to like dissolve. See, the picture frame's cool, but I think it should dissolve away very quickly. It should just dissolve away. The cake does that, and breakfast in bed does that. I like it. All right, market pulling in here a little bit. 0.79 now. You're the one to talk about holding it over your wife's head. I'm just telling you how to do it most effectively. I'm what's called an asshole consultant. That's right. Oh, look at space. Boom, gone. Still a pretty good gain there. I'm going to FOMO into this one. The target 21. Could be 25. Oh, actually, probably can't be 25. Yeah, I think it is. Not something I necessarily want to jump onto, but 23. That's not too bad. And try to get that at the that's a big spread right there. It's like a 20% spread. The MJ is already a little bit elevated, so is of course so is space here. It's not too bad though. Still hasn't broken the trend line. Ideally would have got in earlier when it was flat. When we talked about it a while ago, or maybe after the trend line break, but it's kind of an interesting precarious position right now. Space is still pretty manageable. I mean, even if you got space on this first day here, which it looks like it's gonna do something similar. It ended up doing really really well. Even if you got in here versus lower, we had that buy earlier at 16.8. That'd have been great. And anytime I get those dips like that, I have a hard time. I have a hard time with that. That's something I probably got to work on in the moment. Is that dip buying, because that would have been great. That would have been so good. Already up 7%. Perfect. That was perfect. Other than that, just hold Everything we already have. Well, it's not a priority. It's not really a priority. Well, it's just a technical move out of this type of a setup right here is what it is for me. I'm not banking on it going up to 40 or 35 because I'm not sure if this tanked with coronavirus or was something else. I'm not exactly sure why this ended up going lower, but obviously the coronavirus brought it all the way back down to where it was before. So the powers that be can probably reload or something. Volume's a little bit low, yeah. Not intraday though. This volume today is excellent. So far the volume today is spectacular. Um, Yesterday, Friday, we had 7.9. We already have 4.9. So we're doing pretty good. It's going to be, I'm not sure about a pocket pivot. Probably doesn't have that kind of clout. But anyway, it's going to start the next kind of leg up. Well, everything tanked during the pandemic. So anyway, it's just for the leg up. It's not really for. I mean, I guess if you want a longer term hold this, you could give it a shot if you wanted to, load up down here. But I don't know. Not super into that with something like now. If you want a Tesla hold space, it is the only publicly traded space touring company, so it has kind of a market advantage from that perspective. Um, it's just dusting in the garage. Why? The streets are empty. Have him take that baby out. Put the pedal to the floor. Tell him he's doing it. He's doing it wrong. Definitely doing it wrong. He doesn't know how to handle it. He can just give it to me. Okay? Just give it to me. All right, 0.87 for the NASDAQ. Pretty solid above 0.75%, so that's not too bad. What's the VIX up to these days? Down to 33. See, our inverse ETF play would have worked out gangbusters, but how the still annoyed, man. I'm still so annoyed. That would have worked out so good. I probably just picked the wrong stupid one. Really? Do you even give any VIX ETFs? You stupid article. I'm known for not being great at mirroring the VIX. Yeah. They are unsuccessful at emulating the VIX. Interesting. VIX ETFs end up losing in the long term. Oh well. I guess you just sell options volatility. So what are the VIX ETFs? Oh, there they are. SVXY. I really like how they highlight their links, but they don't highlight the symbols. That's stupid. SVXY, that's still around. It ain't doing much though. Even as look at the VIX and the SVXY. Woo! Definitely not correlated. However much it's supposed to be correlated is definitely not. All right, what was Ellie talking about here? Yeah, probably true. So my backup for my computer is almost done. It's taken about 4 or 5 days now. 34 files with 164 gigs remaining. All videos. Those are videos of my had a racing car experience. Those are videos of that GoPro 0086. That's why it's so big. They're like 20-minute long video clips. Pretty fun. Super fun, actually. Wow, look at that. Kaboom! Must be a reverse split or something. Yeah, why would you... I don't know, man. Making 16% while the volatility has just been destroyed. That's ridiculous. That's insane. I guess the only thing to do when the VIX is up high like that is just sell options. We mentioned option premiums are being reduced, and it's really showing in this chart. So you're getting back down towards more normal option buying. And what was that stock we were looking at a little bit ago? Wasn't space? Maybe it was let's look at Restoration Hardware for a sec. I know it's up a little bit, but with the volatility being decreased, I wonder if that's going to be something that we can jump into again. So Restoration Hardware, that was one with 352% for January 2021. At 130, it's only 70%. That was such a good one right there. How's our UAL doing? Also 2021. What? Oh, I just looked at the year. I didn't look at the month. The $30. Oh, there you go. This one is now at 300. It was at 145 when we were discussing it. So I think that's just a lot of that volatility drifting away. And it looks like it's down a little bit as well. So not looking as good. Yeah, definitely probably not going to get up to, what was our target, 57? That's not even a bad target. $120 up. Actually, that's like in the middle of that drop. That's actually not too bad. I mean, look at that on the weekly chart. It was up at 80, 90. Chopping between 80 and 90 for about a year and a half. But yeah, for it to get back up here by January is going to be a little difficult. Maybe June. Yeah, those gains are okay. $228 for a 35 call. That's about your biggest one. We'll see how that goes. All right, guys, I think I'm going to bounce out of here. I'm going to get the skedaddle market pulling in under the 0.75% level. Just under it right now. We'll see how it goes. Tesla's still holding up really nicely up here, almost 9%. Las Vegas and Wynn, actually. I do kind of like that This wind chart's really nice. You actually have a cup and handle down here. And actually a pocket pivot the other day. So that we could see kind of a reversal in some of these names. They were up here towards the 100 to 120, 100 to 150 level, I guess. Had a big range. So we'll see what happens. The market happy, much smaller, more normal days here for the market. So kind of getting back to normal in the markets is very good. So looking for those, maybe some really beaten down names as those options prices get cheaper, may start to look a little advantageous, like United Airlines, if things start looking good. Before I go, let's take a look at coronavirus stuff. $3,200,000 deaths. Wow, we're still scaling really nicely, which is not very good.
Good morning.
Hey, babe.
Just grabbing my chair.
Where's all the new cases? Russia's got a bunch of cases, it looks like. I thought they were the closed society. They're more open than anyone. How about percentages, people? Somalia. Well, I'm canceling that trip. Oh, here we go. What? Wow, UAE, they bought a bunch of tests. Look at that. They got 10% of their people able to be tested at any given time. Of course, what's the population of UAE? Like 3 million or something? That's why they're super rich. I don't know. Oh, what's down here? 200,000. Vietnam. Dang, we got a bunch of tests. Oh, gotcha. Where's Ukraine on here? There it is. Yeah, 9,000. Plus 392. Kim Jong-un dies? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, what's his status? Letter. It's 2020. I'm going to handwrite a letter. Here's a post-it note written from Kim Jong-un. Here's a dot Kim Jong-un put on this piece of paper. Looks good. Why don't they just kill the guy? Everyone hates him. Just be like, the nurse should just be like, oops, something happened. I don't know. Let's see, he's alive and well. Chubby as ever. You want the best weight loss plan in the history of mankind? Go in a coma. Our government position is firm. He's alive and well. Yeah, that's going to vote good for confidence. Target for MJ Muhammad? I have 0 targets for MJ. That for me doesn't exist. I don't have a target for MJ. Well, it's getting close. It hasn't quite. It's still got a little bit of work to do. It's going to cross it today. You're looking at about 12.78, so about another 28 cents from here. Um, I don't know. Its prior high here was 16, so I mean, I guess you could look at it going to 16 or something, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on your time frame. If you're just in it for a pop for just the next leg, it's been so hard to kind of figure out what's going on though with MJ. Eventually, it will stop going down, but oh, he's not in a good state. Kim Jong Un would not miss an opportunity to jump on the screen there. He'd love it. He's like, I'm here, here I am. No, instead you get a post-it note with a dot on it. Or better yet, just a post-it note. Here, Kim Jong Un touched this. Here's your proof right there. Boom, he touched that. Yeah, Mohammed. Yeah, look, if you're looking for like years out and just want to buy the MJ ETF, that's probably something you could do. It is stupid low. Even with a 50% increase from the low at 881, it's still really, really low. So, I mean, if just holding the ETF itself, I mean, decades. But, I mean, your risk on this one is substantial. Because, I mean, that recent low was just above 10, so you got about a 20% risk on this one. Man, I must have bad allergies today. Um, yeah. RH, another leg up. Keep it going, RH. Let's do it. I like it. I like it like that. I like it like that. I like ETFs actually. I like them a lot. It's sometimes hard to pick the winners of the industries. So in some cases it's not. You know, it's a little bit easier in some instances. But like I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like them. Yeah. If I concentrate really hard, I can do it. All right, market point 6.8. Ooh, a drum roll? I could do that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Randy! It's not very catchy. What I should do is I should start the show with from the man that brought you Squirrel Voice, and then I'll go back to the squirrel video and I'll just replay that of all the garbage I was talking when I was Squirrel Voice. Yeah. You guys are very generous today with your clapping. I appreciate it. All right, well, I'm going to bounce, guys. Have a good day. Restoration Hardware looking really good. I like this thing on the way up here. Kind of one of the last ones to move, it seems like, but I think it's going to do okay. Wish we had a little bit more volume, but hopefully it'll be good. NASDAQ pulling down here a little bit. We'll see what happens, but if you don't own Tesla, don't buy it. Just be happy for Ellie and myself. All right, everyone, have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow or later in the Power Hour. Either way, bye.